Okay, so I wanted to run a quick little video about how the game is coming along and how it's run and what I've got figured out so far. I'm not going to go too in depth because there's still going to be a lot of things that are going to change, little tweaks that I'm going to make here and there. Plus, I want to introduce a couple more concepts. Now, the first thing that I want you to notice is that you have a deck, and this deck consists of three types of cards so far. They're blue, yellow, and red cards. Now, these cards will have an image on them. The blue card will have a shield that is blue, the yellow card will have a reversing arrow, and the red card will have a single red arrow. And those are your defend cards, react cards, and action cards. The action cards make up the bulk of the deck, as those will be the most important cards. And then over here, you have your goals, and on top of your goals, you have a six-sided die, and these will determine the roll that you must match or beat in order to make a shot into the goal. Once it gets up to six, if you make the six, then you get 2 points for making it into the goal, and it resets back to two. And then here is the deck that you will be drawing from with your opponent player, where you will draw three cards, and these will be your character cards. And right here, I've kind of set them up to where they're all referenced here. So I have an A10, an A4, and an A3. And what I'm going to do at this point in the game's production is look on the reference sheet to see what A10 is, what A4 is, and what A3 is. And these are going to be three different characters that have a main ability as your main and a support ability as your support. They won't have a ranking yet, and I think I'm going to move the support abilities to rank 2 instead of allowing you to use supports at rank 1. But you will look and you'll see, okay, so this one has this main ability, this one has this main ability, this one has this main ability. And you want to pick which one is going to be your main. So I'm going to say 10 is my main and these two are my supports because I like the ability for 10 the most. So then I have my 3 here, and these two supports are going to be assigned to these goals. Now, if I get a defend card, hold on. If I get a defend card, I can play the defend card to send one of the supports up to the goal to defend it. Now, this can be good and this can be bad. So right now the goal is at a 2. So the opponent, without it being defended, must roll a 2 or higher in order to make their shot into that goal. But if I defend it, then I'm rolling against them, which means it could be that they have to roll a 6 or higher. Depends on what I roll. I rolled a 4, so they have to roll a 4 or higher in order to make it into that goal. Or I think, yeah, it was either that. it was either they have to match it or get higher, or defense has priority. Because if I rolled a 1 and they rolled a 1, then I think I defended it. If I roll a 6 and they roll a 6, then I think I defended it. But there, you could have an ability that a main ability that allows you to add 1 to your roll against either a goal or a defended goal, which would mean that if you got a 6 and I got a 6, then you made that goal. But either way, once the goal is made, the number goes up, even if it's defended. And every turn, you're going to draw 5 cards, and you don't hold these cards in your hand. There, I got 4 action cards and 1 reaction card. So I'm going to put all my action cards here, and my reaction cards, I believe I got this backwards. No. No, I didn't. So reaction cards are on the outside. Defense cards will be in the middle, and your action cards will be on the outside here. This is a slightly small space for all this. Now, there are a couple rules that I wrote down for action cards, defense cards, and reaction cards. So your action cards, you must play an action card in order to attempt to make a point, and only the main can act. So this is your character that is making the shot. These two cannot make a shot, but they can have special abilities that if they defend a shot, then they can give it to your main to make a shot. But you have to spend an action card in order to attempt a shot, unless a card says otherwise. So I have 4 here. I could attempt 4 shots on either goal. I make a determination based on a number of factors, like what number is it at, so which number I have to beat, or is it defended, or do I benefit from shooting for a defended goal, or what? Or I could just save these cards for later. Defend cards are only for the support characters, and you must play them in order to attempt to defend a goal for a turn. So if I played a defend card, they are there for that turn. When it comes back to me, before I draw new cards, they are off of their defense. And if I want them back, I have to play a defend card again. One of the options that I was considering is just having a defend card, and they're always there in order to defend. So if I want to defend a goal, I can play the defend card, and then the character who is assigned to that goal would then defend it, and I would roll against my opponent. Hey, phone, focus, man. Seriously. Thank you. So, and then the reaction card, which I'm still working on, which would have a reversed arrow, I must play it to perform an action outside of my turn. And, oh no, I don't think I wrote down the extra rule. Because I've got all these rules over here. Hold on. Rules, it's the highest. Character abilities. Oh, okay. Well, I was still workshopping it. So that's kind of weird. It made the magic pitch be the same rank, so I don't really have. Must play a reaction card in order to use action outside your turn. So I think what I wanted to do with reaction cards is be able to use them without an ability requiring you to use them. So I was going to implement some sort of effect where if a shot is missed by your opponent, you can play a reaction card to recover that shot and attempt a shot of your own on their turn, which would give you a reason to use them outside of a normal ability, but also that there are no abilities that I had written down that do that specific thing. But anyway, here's the game. It does have a name. And I'm kind of set on the name, but I don't want to give it away right now. And this is sort of how everything's working so far. Character card's going to have a picture of the character, the name of the character, the rank of the character, to determine whether or not they can use their secondary abilities or something. Maybe I'll have like different ranks. A rank 1 will have only main abilities, and then I'll do the same card but rank 2, and it'll have a support ability. And a rank 3, you could maybe pick 2 different main or between 2 different main or 2 different supports, kind of to clump the characters together, because I went through a lot of character creation for a game that, I don't know, maybe it shouldn't have so many characters, or maybe it should. Maybe I'll just leave the ranks off of it, and the ranks will be determined outside, like, hey, do you want to do a rank 2 where we get to pick support abilities or something like that? All right, well, that's my progress so far. I'm still workshopping a lot of the abilities, workshopping a lot of how the cards play and how the ranks work. I want 3 different ranks so far, And that's it. I've test played it a couple times, and it seems to work. I think I'm going between 10 and 20 turns to determine a winner. Instead of a time limit, I think if you know what you're doing when playing the game, you could get it 10 to 20 turns somewhere around 5 minutes. If you really know what you're doing, you're really going, you could do the 20 turns in 5 minutes. All right, well, I'll get back with you once I have more, once I've worked on more. I'll even do some test playing and stuff like that on a later video or a stream. I don't know. I got more stuff coming out later. Thank you for your time.